Crime 101 is a 2026 crime thriller film starring Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Barry Keoghan, and Halle Berry. It is written and directed by Bart Layton, based on the 2020 novella by Don Winslow. The film also features Monica Barbaro, Corey Hawkins, Jennifer Jason Leigh, and Nick Nolte. The film premiered in London on January 28, 2026, and was released in the United States by Amazon MGM Studios and internationally by Sony Pictures Releasing International on February 13, 2026. It received positive reviews from critics but was a box office bomb, grossing $72.8 million worldwide on a budget of $90 million. Plot: in Los Angeles, Mike is an elusive and disciplined jewel thief, carefully planning robberies to avoid violence and DNA evidence while escaping via U.S. Route 101. Intercepting a diamond delivery carrying decoys, he steals $3 million in genuine diamonds but is shaken after being grazed by an unexpected bullet. He calls off a planned robbery in Santa Barbara, but his fans, money, enlists volatile young biker Orman instead. LAPD detective Lou Lubesnick links the diamond theft to Mike's string of unsolved robberies and suggests a lone suspect is responsible, but his theory is dismissed. Preparing another heist, Mike pays Devon, a hacker, for information on Sharon, a high-end insurance broker. Long undervalued by her firm, Sharon is further frustrated when a new colleague closes a lucrative deal with the wealthy Stephen Monroe. After Orman violently carries out the Santa Barbara job, Mike cuts ties with Money, who directs Orman to intercept Mike's next heist. The lonely Mike strikes up a romance with a stranger, Maya, after she rear-ends his car. He realizes he is being tracked by Orman, who threatens Devon into revealing that Sharon is connected to Mike's plan. Sharon rejects Mike's attempt to recruit her as an accomplice, and Mike spots Orman, confronting him after a high-speed chase. Realizing he has been sent by Money, Mike warns Orman to stay away. Separating from his unfaithful wife, Lou finds himself joining Sharon's yoga class. He discovers the car Mike used in the diamond robbery, and a trace of blood inside matches Mike's juvenile record with his birth name, James. Denied a promotion yet again, Sharon agrees to help Mike. Demanding a $3 million share, she provides inside information on an illicit diamond purchase Monroe has arranged to make with $5.5 million in cash, for his upcoming wedding at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. Lou is suspended for refusing to help cover up the police shooting of another jewel thief but continues his investigation and tracks down Mike's foster mother. Orman viciously interrogates Sharon, who turns to Lou for help and admits everything and quits her job after excoriating her boss. Wary of Mike's secretive nature, Maya ends their relationship after he reveals he will be leaving town. The briefcase of diamonds arrives with a courier, and Mike takes the place of his security guard, unaware Lou is posing as the courier himself. Driving to the hotel, the two of them deliver the briefcase to Monroe and his fiancée Adrienne in the wedding suite. Mike seizes the cash at gunpoint, but Lou retrieves a gun from the case and reveals himself as a police officer. Their standoff is interrupted by Orman, disguised as a hotel employee. Demanding the case, he shoots and wounds Monroe, but Mike kills Orman before he can shoot Lou. Allowing Mike to escape empty-handed, Lou uses knowledge of financial crimes Monroe has committed to force Monroe and his fiancée to support his story as he frames Orman for Mike's robberies. Having stolen the decoy gems taken into evidence from Mike's earlier heist, Lou swaps them with real diamonds from the briefcase, which he gives to Sharon to start a new life. He discovers Mike has left him his vintage green 1968 Camaro and Mike sends Maya a childhood photo, asking her for a second chance. Cast: the film stars Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Barry Keoghan, and Halle Berry. Chris Hemsworth as Mike/James Davis, a Los Angeles jewel thief. Mark Ruffalo as Dead. Lou Lubesnick, a detective tracking Mike. Barry Keoghan as Orman, a psychotic, violent young biker. Halle Berry as Sharon Combs, an insurance broker who teams up with Mike. Monica Barbaro as Maya, Mike's love interest. Corey Hawkins as dead. Tillman, Lou's partner. Jennifer Jason Leigh as Angie Lubesnick, Lou's estranged wife. Nick Nolte as Money, a well-connected but unpredictable underworld fence. Tate Donovan as Stephen Monroe, a wealthy client of Sharon's. Devin Bostic as Devin, a hacker. Payman Maadi as Sammy Kassem. Bobak Tafti as Ali. Deborah Heedwall as Ann. Paul Adelstein as Mark. Drew Powell as Dead. Townsend. Matthew Del Negro as Police Captain Stewart. John Schwab as Foster. Andra Nikita as Adrian. John Douglas as Grant. Production. In August 2023, it was announced that Amazon MGM Studios would distribute Crime 101, a film adaptation of the Don Winslow novella of the same name, beating out Netflix with a nearly $90 million offer. Pedro Pascal and Chris Hemsworth would star and Bart Layton would direct. 6-7 In May 2024, Mark Ruffalo replaced Pascal, who departed due to scheduling conflicts, and Barry Keoghan was also cast. 8-9 In October, Halle Berry, Corey Hawkins, and Monica Barbaro joined the cast in undisclosed roles. 10-11-12 In November, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Nick Nolte, Tate Donovan, Bobak Tafti, Payman Maadi, Deborah Heedwall, Devin Bostic, Paul Adelstein, Drew Powell, and Matthew Del Negro rounded out the cast. 13. Principal photography began in October 2024, in Los Angeles. 10-14 Jacob Sicher Schulsinger serves as the editor. 15 While Blank Mass composed the score. 16. Release. Crime 101 premiered on January 28, 2026, in London and was released in the United States on February 13, 2026, after initially being set for January 23. 17-18-10-19 The film premiered on Amazon Prime Video on April 1, 2026, as a Prime original movie. 20. Reception. Box office. As of April 1, 2026, Crime 101 has grossed $37 million in the United States and Canada, and $36 million in other territories, for a worldwide total of $72 million. 5. In the United States and Canada, Crime 101 was released alongside Wuthering Heights, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, and Goat, and was projected to gross $15 to $17 million from 3,161 theaters in its 4-day opening weekend. 3. The film grossed $3.9 million on its first day 21 and went on to debut to $14.3 million, and $16 million over the 4 days, finishing third behind Wuthering Heights and Goat. 22. In its second weekend the film made $5.8 million, finishing in fourth. 23-24. Critical response. On the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, 88% of 180 critics' reviews are positive. The website's consensus reads, Crime 101 has studied the greats of LA noir closely and shows its homework with sleek action set pieces and vivid characterizations, receiving top marks and graduating near the top of its class. 25. Metacritic, which uses a weighted average, assigned the film a score of 68 out of 100, based on 37 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. 26 audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of B on an A+ to F scale. Christopher Hemsworth AM, born August 11, 1983, is an Australian actor and film producer. Born and raised in Melbourne, Victoria, and Bowman, Northern Territory, he rose to prominence playing Kim Hyde in the Australian television series Home and Away, 2004 to 2007, before beginning a film career in Hollywood. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Hemsworth starred as Thor in the 2011 film of the same name and reprised the role in several subsequent installments, which established him among the world's highest-paid actors. 1-2. His other film roles include the action film Star Trek, 2009, Snow White and the Huntsman, 2012, and its sequel The Huntsman, Winter's War, 2016, Red Dawn, 2012, Black Cot, 2015, Men in Black, International, 2019, Extraction, 2020, and its 2023 sequel, the thriller A Perfect Getaway, 2009, and the comedy Ghostbusters, 2016. Hemsworth's most critically acclaimed films include the comedy horror The Cabin in the Woods, 2012, the biographical sports film Rush, 2013, in which he portrayed James Hunt, the action film Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, 2024, which earned him a nomination for the IACTA Award for Best Actor in a Supporting Role, and the animated film Transformers 1, 2024, in which he voiced Optimus Prime. Early life. Christopher Hemsworth III was born on August 11, 1983, 4 in Melbourne, 5 to Leonie, née Van Os, 6 an English teacher, and Craig Hemsworth, a social services counselor. 7-8 He has an older brother, Luke, and a younger brother, Liam, both of them also actors. His maternal grandfather is a Dutch immigrant and his maternal grandmother is of Irish descent. 9 On his paternal line he is of English, Scottish, and German ancestry. 6. He was brought up both in Melbourne and in the outback in Bulman, Northern Territory. He has said, "My earliest memories were on the cattle stations up in the outback, and then we moved back to Melbourne and then back out there and then back again. Certainly most of my childhood was in Melbourne, but probably my most vivid memories were up there in Bulman with crocodiles and buffalo. Very different walks of life." 5. He attended high school at Heathmont College 5 before his family again returned to the Northern Territory, and then moved a few years later to Phillip Island. 10. Career. Early work, 2002 to 2010. Hemsworth started his career by appearing in several television series. In 2002, Hemsworth starred in 3 episodes of fantasy television series Guinevere Jones as King Arthur, as well as making an appearance in soap opera series Neighbours and 1 episode of Martial Law. The following year, he appeared in an episode of The Saddle Club. In 2004, Hemsworth auditioned for the role of Robbie Hunter in Australian soap opera Home and Away. He did not receive the part, but was subsequently recalled for the part of Kim Hyde. He moved to Sydney to join the cast, appearing in 171 episodes of the series. 11 He left the cast of Home and Away on July 3, 2007. Hemsworth later remarked that although he became more visible after Home and Away, his work on a soap opera did not earn him respect within the film industry. 12. Hemsworth was a contestant on the 5th season of Dancing with the Stars Australia, partnered with professional dancer Abby Ross. The season premiered on September 26, 2006, and after 6 weeks, Hemsworth was eliminated on November 7. Hemsworth's appearance in the franchise almost cost him the role of Thor, as producers of the Marvel film franchise feared fans would be put off. 13. In 2009, Hemsworth played James T. Kirk's father, George Kirk, in the opening scenes of J.J. Abrams' film Star Trek. The role was initially offered to Matt Damon, who turned it down. Abrams appreciated Hemsworth taking on the role. 14 Josh Tyler of Cinema Blend was impressed with Hemsworth, describing the actor's scene as the best 5 minutes I've spent in a movie theater this year. 15. The film was a box office success, grossing $385.7 million. 16 That same year, Hemsworth played the character Cale Garrity in the thriller A Perfect Getaway. It received mixed reviews. 17-18 But Hemsworth was praised for his appropriately intimidating performance of a thuggish backpacker. 19. Paul Young of Screen Rant also praised Hemsworth's performance as solid. 20. Hemsworth went on to play Sam in 2010's Cash alongside English actor Sean Bean, which was the first film he shot when he arrived in the United States. The film's director, Stephen Milburn Anderson, said Hemsworth had only been in the United States for 6 weeks when he had auditioned for the role, recalling, "Here's a guy who is young, has the right look, is a very good actor and, let's face it, he's beautiful. So I say, we need to get this guy in." I was very impressed. 21 In November 2010, The Hollywood Reporter named Hemsworth one of the young male actors who are pushing, or being pushed onto the Hollywood A-list. 22. Thor and worldwide recognition, 2011 to 2015. In 2011, Sony Pictures announced that Hemsworth would star in the thriller Shadow Runner 23, but the film was never made. That same year, Hemsworth was cast as the superhero Thor in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. His first film in the franchise was 2011's Thor. He and castmate Tom Hiddleston, who ultimately played Loki, had each auditioned for the role, for which Hemsworth said he gained 20 pounds of muscle. 24 With a worldwide gross of $449 million 25 Thor was the 15th highest grossing film of 2011. 26 The film received positive reviews. 27 And Hemsworth's portrayal of the God of Thunder was praised by Kenneth Turan of the Los Angeles Times. 28 Hemsworth reprised the role the following year for the film The Avengers, 2012, as one of the 6 superheroes alongside Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark/Iron Man, Chris Evans' Steve Rogers/Captain America, Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner/Hulk, Scarlett Johansson's Natasha Romanova's/Black Widow, and Jeremy Renner's Clint Barton/Hawkeye sent to defend Earth from his adopted brother, Loki. 29 The film was a critical 30 and commercial success, grossing over $1.5 billion worldwide. 31 The ensemble cast was praised for their on-screen chemistry by Peter Travers of Rolling Stone. 32 Hemsworth shot the horror film The Cabin in the Woods shortly after the release of Star Trek, but it went unreleased until 2012. It garnered positive reviews. 33 And his portrayal of alpha male jock Kurt Vaughn was described by Allison Foreman of Mashable as his sexiest role yet. 34 Hemsworth later starred opposite Kristen Stewart in the film Snow White and the Huntsman, 2012, as the Huntsman. Although a commercial success, grossing $396 million worldwide. 35 It received mixed reviews. 36 Critics were critical of Hemsworth and Stewart's on-screen chemistry, and Angela Watercutter of Wired felt the characters were not fully fleshed out. 37 Hemsworth was cast as Jed Eckert in the 2012 Red Dawn remake after MGM saw Daly's footage of a scene from The Cabin in the Woods. 38 He was cast as Thor 2 days after being cast in Red Dawn. 38 The film was a box office bomb, grossing only $50 million against a production budget of $65 million. 39 and received negative reviews. 40 Hemsworth in 2013. In 2013, Hemsworth starred in Ron Howard's sports drama film Rush, as 1976 Formula One world champion James Hunt. 41 Henry Barnes of The Guardian was impressed with Hemsworth's performance, praising the actor for delivering the superb script with some mastery. 42 Later that year, Hemsworth reprised the role of Thor for the sequel to Thor in Thor: The Dark World, 2013. 43 Although a commercial success with a worldwide gross of $644 million. 44 The film became the lowest rated film in the MCU franchise on the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes at 66% approval rating. 45 The chemistry between Hemsworth and Hiddleston was praised by critics. Ben Child of The Guardian wrote, "Thanks to Hiddleston and Hemsworth's impressive collective charisma, Thor: The Dark World is far from a franchise killer." 46 In 2015, Hemsworth starred in director Michael Mann's action thriller Black Cot, opposite Viola Davis. 47 The film bombed at the box office. 48 and was poorly received. 49 For many critics, a significant issue of the film was the casting of Hemsworth as a hacker. 50 Christy Lemire of the Chicago Sun-Times remarked, "Anyone who makes their way in the world sitting in front of a computer screen all day is not going to look as hunky as Hemsworth." 51 Hemsworth himself later admitted to being displeased with his performance. "I didn't enjoy what I did in the film," he commented. "It just felt flat, and it was also an attempt to do what I thought people might have wanted to see. But I don't think I'm good in that space." 52. He reprised his role as Thor for the fourth time in the sequel to The Avengers, Age of Ultron. 53. In addition to the film receiving positive reviews 54 and grossing over $1.4 billion worldwide 55, Hemsworth also won the People's Choice Awards for Favorite Action Movie Actor. 56. Hemsworth returned to the set of Home and Away in November 2014 to film a scene as an extra and not as his character Kim Hyde. 57. 58. The episode which he appeared in was broadcast on May 19, 2015. 58. That same year, he co-starred in the comedy film Vacation, along with Ed Helms, a revival of the film series that originally starred Chevy Chase. 59. He was nominated for the MTV Movie Awards for Best Kiss with Leslie Mann. 60. His last 2015 film was In the Heart of the Sea, based on the book of the same name by Nathaniel Philbrick, with Hemsworth playing First Mate Owen Chase. In an interview on Jimmy Kimmel Live, he said that to prepare for the role of starving sailors, the cast was put on a diet of 500 to 600 calories a day to lose weight. 61. In the Heart of the Sea received mixed reviews from critics, and was a box office disappointment, grossing $93 million against a $100 million budget. 62. But Hemsworth received a nomination for Choice Movie Actor, Action at the 18th Teen Choice Awards. 63. Continued commercial success, 2016, present. In 2016, Hemsworth reprised the role of Eric the Huntsman in The Huntsman, Winter's War, alongside Jessica Chastain, who played his love interest. Writing for IndieWire, Oliver Littleton criticized the on-screen chemistry between Hemsworth and Chastain, stating that they're both struggling uphill against accents they're palpably not comfortable with, displaying zero chemistry, and frankly appearing to be in different films. 64. The film underperformed compared to its predecessor, grossing only $165 million. 65. Hemsworth later joined the cast of the reboot Ghostbusters film, playing Kevin the Receptionist. 66. 67. The film disappointed critically and commercially, but Hemsworth was praised for delivering the most fun by Caroline Westbrook of Metro 68 and won the Kids' Choice Awards for Favorite Movie Actor. 69. Hemsworth promoting Thor, Ragnarok at the 2017 San Diego Comic-Con. Hemsworth reprised his role as Thor in Thor, Ragnarok, released on November 3, 2017 in the U.S,70 and again in both the third and fourth Avengers films, Avengers, Infinity War and Avengers, Endgame in 2018 and 2019 respectively. 71. All three films were a critical and commercial success. 72. Matt Zoller Sites of RogerEbert.com likened Hemsworth's acting to Cary Grant, stating that Hemsworth's charisma holds Thor, Ragnarok together whenever it threatens to spin apart. 73. Hemsworth won the Teen Choice Awards for Choice Sci-Fi Movie Actor. 74. Meanwhile, in his review of Avengers, Endgame, Joe Morgenstern of the Wall Street Journal acknowledged Hemsworth's Thor, endearing despite some ragged material and the actor's seemingly limited dramatic range, while praising Hemsworth in the MCU Infinity Saga finale as the graceful, exuberant comic actor he was destined to be, while Thor morphs, alarmingly and charmingly yet still heroically, into a beer-bellied apparition who could pass for Jeff Lebowski. 75. In 2017, Hemsworth was the guest narrator at Disney's Candlelight Processional at Disneyland. 76. Hemsworth was to reprise his role as George Kirk in the fourth film of the rebooted Star Trek film series 77-78, but he left the project in August 2018 after contract negotiations fell through. 79. Hemsworth later said he found the script underwhelming. 80. In 2019, he also starred in a spin-off of the Men in Black series, titled Men in Black, International. 81. The film grossed $253 million worldwide and received generally unfavorable reviews from critics, who criticized the lackluster action and forgettable plot, although the chemistry between Hemsworth and co-star Tessa Thompson was praised. 82. The following year, Hemsworth starred in the Netflix action thriller Extraction, reuniting him with the Russo brothers, who served as producers. 83. After being watched by 90 million households in its initial month of release, the film broke Netflix's viewership record previously held by Bird Box. 84. 85. Hemsworth reprised the role of Thor in the fourth film, Thor: Love and Thunder. Filming began in February 2021 in Australia. 86-87 and it was released in 2022. 88. Hemsworth commented on the film's response, stating, "I think we just had too much fun. It just became too silly. It's always hard being in the center of it and having any real perspective, you just don't know how people are going to respond." 89. He later reflected on his own performance, believing he had become a parody of himself with the improv and wackiness of the film, and that he didn't stick the landing. 90. Hemsworth at the 2024 San Diego Comic-Con. Hemsworth worked on Limitless with Chris Hemsworth in 2022, a 6-part documentary series, for National Geographic. The show paired Hemsworth with noted filmmaker Darren Aronofsky. The show has Hemsworth appearing in a variety of different ways that humans have sought to increase their health. The episodes saw Hemsworth take a plunge in icy Arctic water, fast for long periods of time, and participate in an indigenous Australian ceremony. 91-92, the last of which resulted in some controversy for the show, as indigenous groups claimed that filming at the sacred site was disrespectful to the culture. 93. Hemsworth returned as Tyler Rake in Netflix's Extraction 2, 2023, 94, which earned him $20 million. 95. Hemsworth starred in the Mad Max: Fury Road spin-off Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, released in May 2024. 96. The Washington Post wrote that he had perhaps created one of the all-time great screen villains in his role as the warlord Dementus. 97. Hemsworth voiced a young Optimus Prime in the Transformers prequel film Transformers 1. 98-99. In October 2024, Hemsworth entered talks to play the title character in Paul King's Prince Charming for Disney. 100. Hemsworth featured in A Road Trip to Remember, a 2025 National Geographic documentary about his father's experience with Alzheimer's disease. 101. In 2026, Hemsworth starred alongside Marvel co-star Mark Ruffalo in the crime thriller film Crime 101, for which he was also executive producer. 102. Hemsworth will once again return as Thor in Avengers: Doomsday, scheduled for release in December 2026. 103. Public image. After appearing as Thor in the MCU franchise, Hemsworth's physique gained attention from fans. 104. His exercise routines have been regularly discussed in the media, including the Times of India 105, Men's Health 106, 107, Men's XP 108, Entertainment Tonight 109 and Metro. 110. He later created the fitness app Centra, which provides paying customers access to nutrition, wellness, and exercise routines. 111. In 2014, he was named the sexiest man alive by People magazine. 112. Hemsworth is an avid supporter of the Western Bulldogs in the Australian Football League. 113. He was the star of the AFL's 2014 Everything's Possible campaign, donating the fees for his involvement to the Australian Children Foundation. 114. Hemsworth was also the star in the AFL's 2017 I'd Like to See That commercial. 115. Wealth. As his career in Hollywood films has developed, Hemsworth has become one of the world's highest paid actors. 1-2. He appeared in Forbes' World's Highest Paid Actors list in 2014, 116, 2015, 117 and 2018. 118. Additionally, He ranked 31st in the magazine's list of highest paid celebrities in 2018, 119, and 24th in 2019, 120, with estimated earnings of $76.4 million US. 121. Charity. In May 2020, Chris and his brother Liam were among the celebrities who read an installment of Roald Dahl's children's fantasy novel James and the Giant Peach in aid of the global non-profit charity Partners in Health, co-founded by Dahl's daughter Ophelia, which had been fighting COVID-19 in vulnerable areas. 122. Personal life. Hemsworth began dating Spanish model and actress Elsa Pataky in early 2010, after meeting through their mutual representatives. 123. They married in December 2010. 124. The couple have a daughter, India Rose, born in May 2012, and twin sons, born in March 2014. 125. In 2015, the family moved from Los Angeles to Byron Bay, New South Wales, in his native Australia. 126. Hemsworth speaks limited Spanish, 127, and Indonesian. 128. Hemsworth's children train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under license, and he has regularly taken them to compete in national tournaments. 129. Hemsworth was appointed a member of the Order of Australia in the 2021 Queen's Birthday Honours. 130. In episode 5 of his National Geographic documentary Limitless, 2022, Hemsworth revealed that his maternal grandfather suffered from Alzheimer's disease. It was also revealed that Hemsworth himself has inherited 2 copies of the APOE4 gene, one from his mother and one from his father, which makes it 8 to 10 times likelier for him to eventually develop Alzheimer's disease than the general population. Mark Allen Ruffalo, born November 22, 1967, is an American actor and producer who began his career in the late 1980s and first gained recognition for his work in Kenneth Lonergan's play This Is Our Youth, 1996, and drama film You Can Count on Me, 2000. He went on to star in the romantic comedies 13 Going on 30, 2004, and Just Like Heaven, 2005, and the thrillers In the Cut, 2003, Zodiac, 2007, and Shutter Island, 2010. He received a Tony Award nomination for his supporting role in the Broadway revival of Awake and Sing. In 2006, Ruffalo has gained international recognition for playing Bruce Banner/Hulk in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, beginning with the film The Avengers, 2012. Ruffalo earned a record-tying 4 nominations for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for playing a sperm donor in The Kids Are All Right, 2010, Dave Schultz in Foxcatcher, 2014, Michael Resendez in Spotlight, 2015, and a debauched lawyer in Poor Things, 2023. He won a Screen Actors Guild Award for Best Actor for playing a gay activist in the television drama film The Normal Heart, 2015, and a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor for his dual role as identical twins in the miniseries I Know This Much Is True, 2020. Early life. Ruffalo was born on November 22, 1967, in Kenosha, Wisconsin. To his mother, Marie Rose, née Bear, is a hairdresser and stylist, while his father, Frank Lawrence Ruffalo Jr., worked as a construction painter. 3-4. He has 2 sisters, Tanya Marie, who died in 2023, 5, and Nicole, and a brother, Scott, who died in 2008. 3. His father is of Italian descent, from Girifalco, Calabria. 6. And his mother is of French, Canadian and Italian ancestry. 7. 8. His father was a Baha'i, while his mother was Christian. 9. I grew up in a household that had 3 religions in it: born again, Christianity, Catholicism, and Baha'ism, so there were different viewpoints and a lot of debate about that, and I immediately began to understand that all these people that I loved very much had very strong feelings about faith, but all of them were valid to me. I felt that none of them, My grandmother, my father or my mother, was better or worse than the other. 10. Ruffalo attended both Catholic and progressive schools throughout his education. Ruffalo has described himself as having been a happy kid, 11, although he struggled with undiagnosed dyslexia and ADHD as a child and a young adult. 12. Ruffalo spent his teen years in Virginia Beach, Virginia, where his father worked. He competed in wrestling in junior high and high school in Wisconsin and Virginia. Ruffalo graduated from First Colonial High School in Virginia Beach in 1986, where he acted for the Patriot Playhouse. He moved with his family to San Diego, California, and later to Los Angeles, where he took classes at the Stella Adler Conservatory and co-founded the Orpheus Theater Company. 3. With the theater company, he wrote, directed, and starred in a number of plays. He also spent close to a decade working as a bartender. 13. Career. 1989 to 2002, early film roles and theater. Ruffalo made his screen debut in an episode of CBS Summer Playhouse, 1989, 14, followed by minor film roles. Ruffalo played Vinnie Weber, a minor character in Series 1 Episode 9 of Due South, first broadcast in Canada in 1994. 15. During this time he made his film debut in the horror film Mirror, Mirror 2, Raven Dance, 1994, followed by Mirror, Mirror 3, The Voyeur, 1995. He starred as Warren Straub in the original cast of the Kenneth Lonergan play This Is Our Youth, 1996, off-Broadway. Lonergan was a founding member of Naked Angels, a theater company that Ruffalo also belonged to. 16. Ruffalo acted opposite Josh Hamilton and Missy Yeager. 17. Ruffalo had minor roles in films including The Dentist, 1996, the low-key crime comedy Safe Men, 1998, and Ang Lee's Civil War Western Ride with the Devil, 1999. He reunited with Kenneth Lonergan acting in his film You Can Count on Me, 2000. Ruffalo portrayed Laura Linney's character's brother. 3. The film received critical acclaim and 2 Academy Award nominations. He received favorable reviews for his performance in this film, often earning comparisons to the young Marlon Brando, and won awards from the Los Angeles Film Critics Association and Montreal World Film Festival. 3. His next role was in 2001 in Rod Lurie's The Last Castle, playing a bookie in a military prison alongside Robert Redford. It led to other supporting roles, including the films XX/XY, 2002, Isabelle Coixet's My Life Without Me, John Woo's Wind Talkers, 2003, Jane Campion's In the Cut, 2003, and We Don't Live Here Anymore, 2004. Ruffalo later described his role in The Last Castle as seminal to me. 18. 2003 to 2005, romantic comedies. Ruffalo at the 2007 Toronto International Film Festival. In the mid-2000s, Ruffalo appeared as a romantic lead in numerous romantic comedies, starting with View from the Top, 2003, starring Gwyneth Paltrow. He then starred opposite Jennifer Garner in 13 Going on 30, 2004, which has since become a cult classic. That same year, he also acted in Michel Gondry's romantic fantasy drama Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, 2004, starring Kate Winslet and Jim Carrey. In the film, Ruffalo plays a supporting role as Stan, who is a technician in charge of erasing people's memories of each other. That same year, he acted opposite Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise as a narcotics detective in Michael Mann's crime thriller Collateral, 2004. 3. Todd McCarthy of Variety praised Ruffalo. He provides an extra dimension of intelligence to what initially looks like a stock cop role. 19. He starred in Just Like Heaven, 2005, with Reese Witherspoon, which was adapted from the French novel by Marc Levy entitled If Only It Were True. That same year, he acted in the Rob Reiner romantic comedy Rumor Has It, 2005, starring Jennifer Aniston, Kevin Costner, and Shirley MacLaine. 3. 2006 to 2011, expansion into Broadway, direction, and dramatic roles. In 2006, Ruffalo starred in the political drama remake All the King's Men, acting opposite Sean Penn, Kate Winslet, Jude Law, and Anthony Hopkins. The film was adapted by Stevens Alien based on the Robert Penn Warren 1946 novel of the same name. Also in 2006, he made his Broadway debut starring as Mo Axelrod in Clifford Odets's Awake and Sing at the Belasco Theater in New York. Ruffalo acted alongside Lauren Ambrose, Pablo Schreiber, and Zoe Wanamaker. Charles Isherwood of the New York Times wrote of his performance, "Nobody slings it with more panache than Mark Ruffalo, the soulful movie and stage actor making his Broadway debut here." 20. David Rooney of Variety wrote, "The most arresting work on stage comes from Ruffalo, channeling prickly charm into a proud man who uses glib aggression to camouflage his frustration." Ruffalo's scenes with Ambrose are the drama's most electric moments. 21. The role earned him a nomination for Tony Award for Best Featured Actor in a Play. 3. In March 2007, Ruffalo appeared in David Fincher's crime thriller Zodiac as SFPD Homicide Inspector Dave Toschi, who ran the investigation to find and apprehend the Zodiac killer from 1969 through most of the 1970s. 3. He acted opposite Jake Gyllenhaal and Robert Downey Jr. Critic Roger Ebert described Ruffalo's performance by writing that Ruffalo plays him not as a hotshot but as a dogged officer who does things by the book because he believes in the book. Toschi was role model for the Clint Eastwood film Dirty Harry. 22. That same year, Ruffalo played divorced lawyer Dwight Arno, who accidentally kills a child and speeds away, in Terry George's film Reservation Road, based on the novel by John Burnham Schwartz. 23. Ruffalo at the premiere of The Kids Are All Right in Berlin, 2010. In 2008, Ruffalo starred as a con man in The Brothers Bloom with Adrian Brody and Rachel Weisz and co-starred with Julianne Moore in Blindness. 2008 also saw Ruffalo in Brian Goodman's What Doesn't Kill You with Ethan Hawke and Amanda Peet, which was shown at the Toronto International Film Festival. In 2009, he played a brief role in the film Where the Wild Things Are as Max's mother's boyfriend. Ruffalo directed a number of plays during his time at the Orpheus Theatre Company, and made his feature film directorial debut with 2010 indie film Sympathy for Delicious starring himself, Juliette Lewis, and Laura Linney 24, which premiered at the Sundance Film Festival and won the Special Jury Prize. 25-26 In March 2010, Ruffalo signed with the Creative Artists Agency, CAA. 27 In June 2010, he signed on with the United Talent Agency, UTA. 25. In 2010, Ruffalo co-starred in the Martin Scorsese thriller Shutter Island as U.S. Marshal Chuck All, the partner of Leonardo DiCaprio's character Teddy Daniels. 28 Also in 2010, he starred in Lisa Kolodenko's The Kids Are All Right, with Annette Bening and Julianne Moore. Ruffalo stated in an interview that he approached Kolodenko after watching High Art and said he would love to work with her. Years later, she called Ruffalo and said she wrote a script and had him in mind for the part. Justin Lowe of The Hollywood Reporter praised all three leads for their chemistry and performances, writing, "Moore, Bening and Ruffalo all deliver endearingly quirky comic performances." 29 His role earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. 30. 2012 to 2019, Marvel Films. Ruffalo at the Toronto premiere of The Avengers in 2012. Ruffalo starred in The Avengers, 2012, the sixth installment of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, replacing Edward Norton as Dr. Bruce Banner / the Hulk. 31 Peter Bradshaw of The Guardian praised Ruffalo's work, writing, "Ruffalo actually makes Bruce and Hulk interesting, even droll characters. He also plays the monster in MoCap, superior to the Eric Bana and Edward Norton incarnations, and his version ingeniously locates the big green monster's secret not in the over-rehearsed subject of anger management but depression and self-hate." 32. He reprised the role again in Iron Man 3, 2013, 33 and in Avengers, Age of Ultron, 2015. 34. In 2013, Ruffalo starred in the romantic comedy Begin Again, acting alongside Keira Knightley. The film received positive reviews and was a financial success. The following year, Ruffalo starred as Ned Weeks in the HBO television adaptation of Larry Kramer's AIDS-era play, The Normal Heart, 2014. His performance earned him an Emmy nomination. 35. He says he has had an outpouring of support for his performance. I've never had so sincere and vulnerable a response from people for anything that I've ever done. And of everything that I've done since I've been on social media, which hasn't been that long, by the way, I haven't had such an overwhelmingly positive response as I have from The Normal Heart directly to me. And it's a blessing, man. If this is it, if I have a piano dropped on me tomorrow, then I would go down thinking, you know what, I did okay as far as my career goes, because that's a gift. That's rare. 36. Also in 2014, Ruffalo received his second Academy Award nomination for his portrayal of wrestler Dave Schultz in the biographical drama Foxcatcher, directed by Bennett Miller. Ruffalo co-starred alongside Steve Carell, Channing Tatum, and Vanessa Redgrave. Peter Bradshaw of The Guardian wrote of their performances, Tatum and Ruffalo, as Mark and Dave, have outdone themselves. These actors give what seems to me the most compelling portrayal of brothers since Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro in Scorsese's Raging Bull. 37. In 2015, Ruffalo starred as a father of two with bipolar disorder in the independent comedy film Infinitely Polar Bear, for which he earned a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor, Motion Picture Musical or Comedy nomination. Also in 2015, he portrayed journalist Michael Resendez in the drama film Spotlight, for which he earned his third Academy Award nomination and a BAFTA Award nomination. Ruffalo acted opposite Michael Keaton, Rachel McAdams, John Slattery, and Liev Schreiber. Ruffalo told The Hollywood Reporter that he met with Resendez and studied him as research for the film, saying, "I spent a lot of time with the real journalist, I had meals with him. I talked with him for hours. I sat next to him at work, I watched him work the phones. I watched him write his stories. I talked to him about his life and his family. I had him give me tours of Boston. As much as I could soak him up seemed to be the most important part." 38. Ruffalo portrayed Agent Dylan Rhodes in Now You See Me Too, 2016, and executive produced the romantic drama Anything, 2017. He returned to Broadway in the revival of the Arthur Miller play The Price, 2017, at the American Airlines Theater. Ruffalo acted opposite Danny DeVito and Tony Shalhoub. Marilyn Stasio of Variety wrote, "Ruffalo and DeVito clearly get a kick out of the buying and selling rituals of Victor and Solomon. There is warmth in their tones and mutual respect in their exchange of confidences." 39. In 2019, he starred as Robert Bylot in the Todd Haynes-directed legal thriller Dark Waters, which he also produced. The film co-starred Anne Hathaway, Tim Robbins, Bill Pullman, and Victor Garber. During this time he reprised his role of Bruce Banner in Thor, Ragnarok, 2017, 40 Avengers, Infinity War, 2018, 4142 Captain Marvel, 2019, 43 and Avengers, Endgame, 2019. 44. He has been noted for spoiling the endings of Avengers, Infinity War a year ahead of theatrical release, 4142, as well as Avengers, Endgame a few weeks ahead of release. 44. 2020, present, critical resurgence and continued work in Marvel. In 2020, Ruffalo portrayed dual roles of Dominic Birdsey/Thomas Birdsey in the HBO limited series I Know This Much Is True, where he also served as an executive producer. Daniel D'Addario of Variety wrote, "Ruffalo's performances carry the series. This is his two-man show, with supporting characters glimmering in and out." 45. For his role he earned the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Limited or Anthology Series or Movie. Ruffalo has continued to appear as Bruce Banner/the Hulk in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, 2021, 46, and in the Disney Plus series She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, 2022. In 2022, Ruffalo acted in the Netflix science fiction action comedy The Atom Project opposite Ryan Reynolds, Jennifer Garner, and Zoe Saldana. In 2023, he starred in the Yorgos Lanthimos directed black comedy fantasy film Poor Things starring Emma Stone and Willem Dafoe. The film premiered at the Venice International Film Festival where it received the Golden Lion. Maureen Lee Lenker of Entertainment Weekly wrote, "Ruffalo appears to be having the time of his life, chewing the scenery with a manic glee. He's built a career playing solid, decent men, and what fun it is to watch him play a reprobate cat and a puffed-up vainglorious peacock, a man whose ego is the size of an entire continent." 47 He received Critics' Choice, Golden Globe, and Academy Award nominations for his performance. The same year, he played Daniel LeBlanc in the Netflix miniseries All the Light We Cannot See, 2023. The series is based on Anthony Doerr's Pulitzer Prize-winning novel of the same name 48 and was released November 2, 2023. 49. In 2025, Ruffalo portrayed Kenneth Marshall in the Bong Joon-ho directed science fiction film Mickey 17. He acted opposite Robert Pattinson, Stephen Yeun, and Toni Collette. The film is based on the novel Mickey 7 by Edward Ashton. 50 Also in 2025, he starred in the HBO crime drama television series Task. 51 The Rotten Tomatoes critics' consensus described his performance in the series as superb. 52. In 2026, Ruffalo acted opposite Marvel co-star Chris Hemsworth in the crime thriller film Crime 101. In May 2025, it was confirmed that Ruffalo had been added to the cast of the film Good Sex, opposite his Marvel co-star Natalie Portman. 53 With a Netflix release announced for 2026. 54 In August 2025, it was confirmed that he would be reprising his role as Bruce Banner in the film Spider-Man, Brand New Day, with a theatrical release announced for July 2026. 55. Personal life. Ruffalo with wife Sunrise Koinge at the red carpet of What Doesn't Kill You in 2008. Ruffalo married Sunrise Koinge in 2000. They have 3 children. 56-57 After completing work on the film The Last Castle, Ruffalo was diagnosed with a vestibular schwannoma, a type of brain tumor also known as an acoustic neuroma. The tumor was found to be benign, however, the surgery to remove the mass resulted in partial facial paralysis and affected his hearing. 58 The paralysis subsided after a year, but Ruffalo remains deaf in his left ear. 59. On December 1, 2008, Ruffalo's younger brother, Scott, was found outside his home on North Palm Drive in Beverly Hills with an execution-style bullet wound to the head. 60-61 Scott was taken to a hospital, but died the following week. 62 The case remains officially unsolved. 63 A Saudi woman, who had initially been charged, Shaha Mishal Adam, then 26 years old, was released from the Beverly Hills jail for what police records say was insufficient evidence, per the warrant. Her lawyer stated that Scott Ruffalo had been playing with the gun. 64. Ruffalo and his family live in Sullivan County, New York, and he describes the Catskills as his home. Ruffalo also owns 2 apartments in New York City, one for business and another as an investment. 65 Ruffalo's mother and stepfather live in Boothbay Harbor, Maine, where he and his family occasionally spend their summers. 66 In May 2022, Ruffalo was named in a lawsuit against the producers of I Know This Much Is True by residents of Ellenville, New York, alleging improper cleanup of a fire that broke out on the set of a car dealership used as a show location. 67 The lawsuit claims that the residents suffered physical and emotional injuries and added that the fire caused damage to their homes and exposed them to toxic fumes. 68. Activism and political views. Ruffalo with Medal of Honor recipient retired U.S. Marine Corps CPL. Kyle Carpenter, 2014. Politics. During the 2014 Brazilian presidential election, Ruffalo initially expressed support for Marina Silva's candidacy. 69 However, he publicly withdrew his endorsement, citing changes in her party's government platform regarding LGBT rights. 70 As well as the candidate's opposition to gay marriage and women's reproductive rights. 71. In the 2016 Democratic Party presidential primaries, Ruffalo supported Democratic candidate Bernie Sanders. 72 After the primaries, Ruffalo endorsed Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton. 73 While on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Ruffalo endorsed Senator Bernie Sanders for president in the 2020 U.S. presidential election, stating, "You know, when he gets in the office, he is going to be fighting for us." 74 In June 2017, Ruffalo posted a petition on Twitter urging NBC to stop hiring white conservative commentators. 75. In April 2017, Ruffalo expressed support for recognition of the Armenian genocide. 76. Ruffalo endorsed Labour Party leader Jeremy Corbyn in the 2017 UK general election. He tweeted, "Because Jeremy Corbyn offers people an alternative to the corporate status quo, which never ends well for them, I humbly endorse Corbyn." 77-78. Ruffalo signed a letter supporting Corbyn, whom he described as a beacon of hope in the struggle against emergent far-right nationalism, xenophobia, and racism in much of the democratic world, and endorsed him in the 2019 UK general election. 79. In November 2021, Ruffalo criticized the not guilty ruling in the case of Kyle Rittenhouse in his hometown of Kenosha, Wisconsin, and said that the people that Rittenhouse shot were victims of murder. 80-81-82 In April 2022, Ruffalo urged voters to check voter ID requirements in their states through posts to his social media. Ruffalo cited Vote Riders as a source of assistance for voter ID requirements across the United States. 83-84. In the 2024 U.S. presidential election, Ruffalo endorsed Democratic candidate Kamala Harris. 85 He also supported the Green Party in the 2024 British Columbia general election. 86 He took part in the June 2025 No Kings protests, where he marched along with other celebrities such as Susan Sarandon. 87 In a Zadio interview with Mehdi Hasan in September 2025, Ruffalo criticized Democratic Party leadership, specifically Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, saying they are the absolute antithesis of what the Democratic Party needs right now. 88 At the 2026 Golden Globe Awards, Ruffalo wore a pin that "Be Good" in remembrance and support of Renee Good. 89. Environmentalism. In 2008, Ruffalo expressed concern that gas companies were eyeing his family's land in Callicoon, New York, and New York wrote that Ruffalo, after doing his own investigation, became anti-fracking's first famous face. 90 On October 4, 2010, Ruffalo appeared on The Rachel Maddow Show to discuss hydraulic fracturing and the FRAC Act of 2009. 91 He claimed in the December 2010 issue of GQ that after he organized screenings in Pennsylvania of a documentary about natural gas drilling called Gasland, he was placed on a terror advisory list. 92 The Pennsylvania Governor's Office of Homeland Security denied the claim. 93. In March 2016, Ruffalo narrated and produced Dear President Obama, The Clean Energy Revolution Is Now, a documentary by director John Boarmaster which looks at President Barack Obama's environmental tenure and legacy concerning the massive expansion of oil and natural gas drilling. 94 In October 2017, Ruffalo actively supported the Standing Rock Sioux Reservation in their opposition to the Dakota Access Pipeline project. 95. In 2019, Ruffalo starred in and co-produced Dark Waters, which spotlighted another one of his environmental concerns with its true-life depiction of a corporate lawyer's relentless pursuit of justice to expose poisonous pollution by chemical behemoth DuPont. In June 2020, Ruffalo appeared in a webinar conference for the Irish Green Party to encourage members to accept the recently negotiated programme for government, agreed between the party, Fine Gael, and Fianna Fáil. 96 In 2020, Ruffalo praised the closure of the Indian Point nuclear power plant, and called for the closure of additional nuclear power plants. 97. Anti-war activism. In October 2019, Ruffalo criticized Ellen DeGeneres' friendship with former U.S. President George W. Bush, tweeting that until he is brought to justice for the crimes of the Iraq War, including American-led torture, Iraqi deaths and displacement, and the deep scars emotional and otherwise inflicted on our military that served his folly, we can't even begin to talk about kindness. 98. In October 2020, speaking to Mehdi Hassan, Ruffalo condemned what he called Israel's asymmetrical warfare against the Palestinians, stating, "There is no reason that an ally of America should not be held to the same standards as any other nation in the world," while also relating that he had been called an anti-Semite for his views, saying, "It's really tough to hear. And the fact that so many people will take it to that extreme, when you're talking about that kind of inequality, that kind of oppression, that kind of apartheid." 99. During the 2021 Israel-Palestine crisis, Ruffalo posted numerous tweets critical of Israel. He later tweeted an apology for suggesting Israel was committing genocide, stating, "It's not accurate, it's inflammatory, disrespectful and is being used to justify anti-Semitism here and abroad." 100, 101, 102. In March 2022, Ruffalo expressed support for Ukraine during Russia's invasion and referred to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky as a hero. He criticized political commentator Tucker Carlson, calling him a crony for Russian President Vladimir Putin. 103. Ruffalo signed an October 2023 open letter of artists for ceasefire during the Israeli bombardment of Gaza. 104. In November 2023, Ruffalo criticized the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for describing the civilian deaths during the Israeli attacks on Gaza as collateral damage. 105. At the 96th Academy Awards, Ruffalo was one of several celebrities wearing an artist's call for ceasefire now pin on his lapel. Ruffalo called out in support of protesters blocking the red carpet at the awards. 106. In September 2023, Ruffalo raised awareness for the Armenian humanitarian crisis during the 9-month blockade of Nagorno-Karabakh. 107, 108. In September 2024, Ruffalo, alongside Susan Sarandon, Cynthia Nixon, and Rosie O'Donnell, signed an open letter from SAG-AFTRA and Sister Guild members calling for a ceasefire and condemning the industry's McCarthyist repression of members who acknowledge Palestinian suffering. The letter followed the November 2023 firing of Melissa Barrera from the Scream franchise, due to her comments on the Gaza war in which she equated Gaza to a concentration camp and accused Israel of distorting the Holocaust to boost the Israeli arms industry. 109, 110. In May 2025, Ruffalo signed a letter criticizing the killing of Palestinian photojournalist Fatima Hassouna. She had been killed in an Israeli airstrike. 111. Ruffalo is a signatory of the Film Workers for Palestine boycott pledge that was published in September 2025. 112. In September 2025, Ruffalo signed an open pledge with Film Workers for Palestine pledging not to work with Israeli film institutions that are implicated in genocide and apartheid against the Palestinian people. 113, 114. Civil rights. Ruffalo is pro-choice. He has explained his opinion by saying, "I don't want to turn back the hands of time to when women shuttled across state lines in the thick of night to resolve an unwanted pregnancy, in a cheap hotel room." 115. Ruffalo has called for an economic revolution, saying that capitalism today is failing us, killing us, and robbing from our children's future. 116. He has shown support for the LGBTQ community. 117. However, he has received backlash from the transgender community for supporting the casting of Matt Bomer, a cisgender man, to play a trans woman in the film Anything, on which Ruffalo was an executive producer. 118. In 2015, Ruffalo supported the Education is Not a Crime campaign alongside other artists and intellectuals, including Nazanin Benaidi, Abbas Milani, Mohsen Makamalbaf, Azhar Nafizi, Omid Jalili, Evil Aru, Mohammad Malki, former president of the University of Tehran, and Nobel Peace Laureates such as Archbishop Desmond Tutu, Shireen Ebadi, Tawakkul Karman, Jody Williams, and Mareed McGuire, to draw attention to the Iranian government's systematic denial of university education to young Baha'is. 119. Immigration. Ice out buttons. Be good buttons. Ice out and be good buttons worn by Mark Ruffalo and other celebrities in remembrance of Renee Good and in protest against ICE. In June 2025, Ruffalo participated in the No Kings protest opposing deportation practices under the second presidency of Donald Trump. 120. In a video and accompanying Instagram post, Ruffalo defended immigrants as vital to the U.S. economy and accused the ultra-wealthy of being the real threat to society, stating that it's time to take our country back from extreme wealth that has its hands all over the power of the nation. 121. In July 2025, Ruffalo criticized podcaster Joe Rogan on Threads for belatedly opposing ICE raids after having supported Donald Trump's 2024 re-election, writing that it's a little late now to pretend like Project 2025 didn't exist. 122. At the 83rd Golden Globe Awards on January 11, 2026, Ruffalo wore a Be Good pin on the red carpet in protest of the killing of Renee Good by an ICE agent in Minneapolis. 123. In a red carpet interview, he said the pin was for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today, adding that I love this country, and what I'm seeing here is not America. 124. Prior to the ceremony, he had written on Instagram, "This week an American citizen was killed by ICE, and as a concerned human, I can't pretend like this is normal." 124. Other celebrities wearing the pins, which were distributed as part of the #BeGood campaign, included Ariana Grande, Jean Smart, Wanda Sykes, and Natasha Lyonne. 123. In February 2026, Ruffalo called for the abolition of ICE on X, writing "Abolish ICE and start over." 120. Historic preservation. In 2023, Ruffalo sought to block the sale of the West Park Presbyterian Church, a city landmark built in the 1880s, to prevent its demolition and construction of housing in its place. The congregation said it could not afford the cost of maintaining the deteriorating church building and wanted to use the proceeds of the sale for charity work. He lives in the church neighborhood and has started a campaign to raise money for the building. 125. An independent analysis published in October 2023 found that the church would be very expensive to repair. 126. 127. West Park temporarily withdrew its application to demolish the church in January 2024. 128. Celebrities and residents had resumed their preservation efforts by 2025. 129. And the New York Court of Appeals ruled in June 2025 that the church's community center, the center at West Park, could be evicted. 130. 131. Afterward, the center of West Park asked local lawmakers to intervene, and they were given a final eviction notice that July. 132. Following further community meetings regarding West Park. 133. Manhattan Community Board 7 voted in October 2025 to recommend against demolition. 134. And the Landmarks Preservation Commission hosted a hearing that December to determine whether the demolition should be approved. Halle Maria Berry, /Healy/Halle, born Maria Halle Berry, August 14, 1966, is an American actress. She began her career as a model and beauty contestant, becoming Miss Ohio USA in 1986, first runner-up in Miss USA 1986 and placing 6th in Miss World 1986. Her early film roles include Boomerang, 1992, The Flintstones, 1994, and Bullworth, 1998. She later produced and starred in the television film Introducing Dorothy Dandridge, 1999, for which she won a Primetime Emmy Award and a Golden Globe Award. For her performance of a struggling widow in the romantic drama Monsters Ball, 2001, she became the only African-American woman, so far, to win the Academy Award for Best Actress, and the first woman of color. Later roles include Storm in the X-Men film series, 2000 to 2014, a villain in Swordfish, 2001, Bond girl Jinx in Die Another Day, 2002, a psychiatrist in Gothica, 2003, and the title role in the much-derided Catwoman, 2004. A varying critical and commercial reception followed in subsequent years, with Perfect Stranger, 2007, Cloud Atlas, 2012, and The Cowl, 2013, being among her notable film releases in that period. She appeared in the action films Kingsman, The Golden Circle, 2017, and John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum, 2019, and made her directorial debut with the Netflix drama Bruised, 2020. Berry also produced the television film Lackawanna Blues, 2005. She has since produced several projects in which she also performed, including Frankie and Alice, 2010, and the CBS science fiction series Extant, 2014 to 2015. In 2014, Berry launched the production company 606 Films. She has been a Revlon spokesmodel since 1996. She was formerly married to baseball player David Justice, singer-songwriter Eric Bennett, and actor Olivier Martinez. Berry has 2 children. She shares her first child with her former partner Gabriel Aubry, a model, and she shares her second child with Martinez. In 2025, Berry launched Respin Health, an online company focused on menopause that offers a social media support group, information about menopause, health coaching including nutritionists, trainers, and telemedicine, including for hormone replacement therapy, and sales of dietary supplements and sexual aids. 1. Early life. Berry was born Maria Halle Berry in Cleveland, Ohio 2 on August 14, 1966 3 to Judith N. née Hawkins, a first-generation American whose mother, Nellie Hawkins, née, came from Liverpool 4 and Jerome Jesse Berry, an African-American man. 2. Her name was legally changed to Halle Maria Berry at the age of 5. 5. Her parents selected her middle name from Halle's department store, then a local landmark in Cleveland. 2. Berry's mother worked as a psychiatric nurse, and her father worked in the same hospital as an attendant in the psychiatric ward. He later became a bus driver. 2. They divorced when Berry was 4 years old, and she and her older sister Heidi Berry Henderson 6 were raised exclusively by their mother. 2. She had been estranged from her father since childhood. 7 noting in 1992 that she did not even know if he was still alive. 6. Her father was abusive to her mother. Berry has recalled witnessing her mother being beaten daily, kicked downstairs, and hit in the head with a wine bottle. 8. Berry has also said that she was bullied as a child and, as a result, learned how to fight and protect herself. 9. Her father Jerome Jesse Berry died in 2003, and Halle Berry shared years later that she had come to terms with her relationship with him. Essence magazine quoted her, "While I didn't have much of a relationship with him while he was here, as he was alcohol addicted and that addiction robbed us of the relationship we were meant to have, I now understand how much he loved me and how vital he was and is to my life." 10. Berry grew up in Oakwood, Ohio 11 and graduated from Bedford High School, where she was a cheerleader, honor student, editor of the school newspaper, and prom queen. 12. She worked in the children's department of Higbee's department store. She continued her studies at Cuyahoga Community College. In the 1980s, she entered several beauty contests, winning Miss Teen All-American 1985 and Miss Ohio USA 1986. 13. She was the 1986 Miss USA first runner-up, with Christy Fichtner of Texas taking home the crown. 13 In the Miss USA 1986 pageant interview competition, Berry said she hoped to become an entertainer or do some kind of work in media. Her interview was awarded the highest score by the judges. 14 In 1986, Berry became the first African American to represent the United States at the Miss World Beauty pageant. She placed 6th, with Trinidad and Tobago's Giselle Laurent being crowned Miss World. 15. Career. Early work and breakthrough, 1989 to 1999. In 1989, Berry moved to New York City to pursue her acting ambitions. 16 During her early time there, she ran out of money and briefly lived in a homeless shelter and a YMCA. 17 Berry's film debut was in a small role for Spike Lee's Jungle Fever, 1991, in which she played Vivian, a drug addict. 2 That same year, Berry had her first co-starring role in Strictly Business. In 1992, Berry portrayed a career woman who falls for the lead character played by Eddie Murphy in the romantic comedy Boomerang. The following year, she played a headstrong biracial slave in the TV adaptation of Queen, the story of an American family, based on the book by Alex Haley. Berry was also in the live-action Flintstones film as Sharon Stone, a sultry secretary who attempts to seduce Fred Flintstone. 18. Berry at the 1997 Essence Awards. Berry tackled a more serious role, playing a former drug addict struggling to regain custody of her son in Losing Isaiah, 1995, starring opposite Jessica Lange. She portrayed Sandra Beecher in Race the Sun, 1996, which was based on a true story, shot in Australia, and co-starred alongside Kurt Russell in Executive Decision. Beginning in 1996, she was a Revlon spokeswoman for 7 years and renewed her contract in 2004. 1920 She starred alongside Natalie Desselle Reid in the 1997 comedy film BAP*S. In 1998, Berry received praise for her role in Bulworth as an intelligent woman raised by activists who gives a politician, Warren Beatty, a new lease on life. The same year, she played the singer Zola Taylor, one of the 3 wives of pop singer Frankie Lyman, in the biopic Why Do Fools Fall in Love? In the 1999 HBO biopic introducing Dorothy Dandridge 21 she portrayed Dorothy Dandridge, the first African American woman to be nominated for the Academy Award for Best Actress. It was to Berry a heartfelt project that she introduced, co-produced and fought intensely for it to come through. 2 Berry won awards including a Primetime Emmy Award and Golden Globe Award. 1322. Worldwide recognition, 2000 to 2004. Berry portrayed the mutant superhero Storm in the film adaptation of the comic book series X-Men, 2000, and its sequels, X2, 2003, X-Men, The Last Stand, 2006, and X-Men, Days of Future Past, 2014. In 2001, Berry appeared in the film Swordfish, which featured her first topless scene. 23 At first, she was opposed to a sunbathing scene in the film in which she would appear topless, but Berry eventually agreed. Some people attributed her change of heart to a substantial increase in the amount Warner Brothers offered her. 24 She was reportedly paid an additional $500,000 for the short scene. 25 Berry denied these stories, telling one interviewer that they amused her and made for great publicity for the movie. 23-26. After turning down numerous roles that required nudity, she said she decided to make Swordfish because her then husband, Eric Bennett, supported her and encouraged her to take risks. 27. Berry appeared as Letitia Musgrove, the troubled wife of an executed murderer, Sean Combs, in the 2001 feature film Monsters Ball. Her performance was awarded the National Board of Review and the Actor Award for Best Actress. She became the first African American woman to win the Academy Award for Best Actress. 28 The NAACP issued the statement, "Congratulations to Halle Berry and Denzel Washington for giving us hope and making us proud." If this is a sign that Hollywood is finally ready to give opportunity and judge performance based on skill and not on skin color, then it is a good thing. 29. This role generated controversy. Her graphic nude love scene with a racist character played by co-star Billy Bob Thornton was the subject of much media chatter and discussion among African Americans. Many in the African American community were critical of Berry for taking the part. 27. Berry responded, "I don't really see a reason to ever go that far again. That was a unique movie. That scene was special and pivotal and needed to be there, and it would be a really special script that would require something like that again." 27. Berry asked for a higher fee for Revlon advertisements after winning the Oscar. Ron Perlman, the cosmetics firm's chief, congratulated her, saying how happy he was that she modeled for his company. She replied, "Of course, you'll have to pay me more." Perlman stalked off in a rage. 30. In accepting her award, she gave an acceptance speech honoring previous black actresses who had never had the opportunity. She said, "This moment is so much bigger than me. This is for every nameless, faceless woman of color who now has a chance tonight because this door has been opened." 31. Upper body shot of Berry dressed in brown and gold evening gown and holding an autograph pen. Berry at the German premiere of Catwoman in 2004. As Bond girl Jason Tajinx Johnson in the 2002 Die Another Day, Berry filmed an homage to Dr. No, emerging from the surf to be greeted by James Bond as Ursula Andress had 40 years earlier. 32. Lindy Hemming, costume designer on Die Another Day, had insisted that Berry wear a bikini and knife as a homage. 33. Berry has said of the scene, "It's splashy, exciting, sexy, provocative, and it will keep me still out there after winning an Oscar." 27. 34. According to an ITV News poll, Jinx was voted the 4th toughest girl on screen of all time. 35. Berry was hurt during filming when debris from a smoke grenade flew into her eye. It was removed in a 30-minute operation. 36. After Berry won the Academy Award, rewrites were commissioned to give her more screen time for X2. 37. She starred in the psychological thriller Gothika opposite Robert Downey, Jr. in November 2003. She had broken her arm while filming a scene with Downey, who twisted her arm too hard. Production was halted for 8 weeks while she healed. 38. It was a moderate hit at the United States box office, taking in $60 million, it earned another $80 million abroad. 39. Berry appeared in the new metal band Limp Bizkit's music video for Behind Blue Eyes for the motion picture soundtrack for the film. The same year, she was named number 1 in FHM's 100 Sexiest Women in the World poll. 40. Berry starred as the title role in the film Catwoman 39, for which she received $12.5 million. 41. It is widely regarded by critics as one of the worst films ever made. 42. She was awarded the Worst Actress Razzie Award for her performance. She appeared at the ceremony to accept the award in person, while holding her Oscar from Monsters Ball. 43. With a sense of humor, considering it an experience of the rock bottom in order to be at the top. 44. Holding the Academy Award in one hand and the Razzie in the other, she said, "I never in my life thought that I would be up here, winning a Razzie. It's not like I ever aspired to be here, but thank you. When I was a kid, my mother told me that if you could not be a good loser, then there's no way you could be a good winner." 45. Established actress and career fluctuations, 2005 to 2013. Head and shoulders shot of a smiling Berry with dark hair pulled back, wearing a lace shirt and turquoise necklace. Berry at New York Fleet Week in 2006. Her next role was in the Oprah Winfrey produced ABC television film Their Eyes Were Watching God, 2005, an adaptation of Zora Neale Hurston's novel of the same name. Berry portrayed a free-spirited woman whose unconventional sexual mores upset her 1920s contemporaries in a small community. She received her second Primetime Emmy Award nomination for her role. Also in 2005, she served as an executive producer in Lackawanna Blues. She was the voice for the character of Cappy, one of the many mechanical beings in the animated feature Robots. 46. In the thriller Perfect Stranger, 2007, Barry starred with Bruce Willis, playing a reporter who goes undercover to uncover the killer of her childhood friend. The film grossed a modest $73 million worldwide, and received lukewarm reviews from critics, who felt that despite the presence of Barry and Willis, it is too convoluted to work, and features a twist ending that's irritating and superfluous. 47. Her next 2007 film release was the drama Things We Lost in the Fire, co-starring Benicio del Toro. She played a recently widowed woman who befriended the troubled friend of her late husband. The film was the first time in which she worked with a female director, Danish Suzanne Bier, giving her a new feeling of thinking the same way, which she appreciated. 48. While the film made $8.6 million in its global theatrical run, 49, it garnered positive reviews. The Austin Chronicle found the film to be an impeccably constructed and perfectly paced drama of domestic and internal volatility, and felt that Barry is brilliant here, as good as she's ever been. 50. In April 2007, Barry was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in front of the Kodak Theater at 6801 Hollywood Boulevard for her contributions to the film industry. 51. By the end of the decade, she established herself as one of the highest paid actresses in Hollywood, earning an estimated $10 million per film. 52. In the independent drama Frankie and Alice, 2010, Barry played the leading role of a young multiracial American woman with dissociative identity disorder. She struggled against her alter personality to retain her true self. The film received a limited theatrical release, to a mixed critical response. The Hollywood Reporter described the film as a well-wrought psychological drama that delves into the dark side of one woman's psyche, and found Barry to be spellbinding in it. 53. She earned the African American Film Critics Association Award for Best Actress and a Golden Globe Award nomination for Best Actress, Motion Picture Drama. 54. 55. She next made part of a large ensemble cast in Gary Marshall's romantic comedy New Year's Eve, 2011, with Michelle Pfeiffer, Jessica Biel, Robert De Niro, Josh Duhamel, Zac Efron, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Sofia Vergara, among many others. In the film, she took on the supporting role of a nurse befriending a man in the final stages, De Niro. While the film was panned by critics, it made $142 million worldwide. 56. In 2012, Barry starred as an expert diver tutor alongside then-husband Olivier Martinez in the little-seen thriller Dark Tide. 57. She led an ensemble cast opposite Tom Hanks and Jim Broadbent in the Wachowskis' epic science fiction film Cloud Atlas, 2012, with each of the actors playing 6 different characters across a period of 5 centuries. 58. Budgeted at $128.8 million, Cloud Atlas made $130.4 million worldwide. 59. It garnered polarized reactions from both critics and audiences. 60. Barry at the 2013 San Diego Comic-Con. Barry appeared in a segment of the independent anthology comedy movie 43, 2013, which the Chicago Sun-Times called the Citizen Kane of Awful. 61. 62. Barry found greater success with her next performance, as a 9-1-1 operator receiving a call from a girl kidnapped by a serial killer, in the crime thriller The Call, 2013. Barry was drawn to the idea of being a part of a movie that was so empowering for women. We don't often get to play roles like this, where ordinary people become heroic and do something extraordinary. Manala Dargis of the New York Times found the film to be an effectively creepy thriller. 63. While reviewer Dwight Brown felt that the script gives Barry a blue-collar character she can make accessible, vulnerable, and gutsy. 64. The Call was a sleeper hit, grossing $68.6 million around the globe. 65. Continued film and television work, 2014, present. In 2014, Berry signed on to star and serve as a co-executive producer in CBS drama series Extant 66, where she took on the role of Molly Woods, an astronaut who struggles to reconnect with her husband and android son after spending 13 months in space. The show ran for 2 seasons until 2015, receiving largely positive reviews from critics. 676869 USA Today remarked, "She Halle Berry brings a dignity and gravity to Molly, a projected intelligence that allows you to buy her as an astronaut and to see what has happened to her as frightening rather than ridiculous. Berry's all in, and you float along." 70. Also in 2014, Berry launched a new production company, 606 Films, with producing partner Elaine Goldsmith Thomas. It is named after the Anti-Paparazzi Bill, SB 606, that the actress pushed for and which was signed into law by California Governor Jerry Brown in the fall of 2013. The new company emerged as part of a deal for Berry to work in Extant. 71. Berry at the 2017 San Diego Comic-Con. In the stand-up comedy concert film Kevin Hart, What Now? 2016, Berry appeared as herself, opposite Kevin Hart, attending a poker game event that goes horribly wrong. 72. She provided uncredited vocals to the song Calling All My Lovelies by Bruno Mars from his third studio album, 24K Magic, 2016. 73. Kidnap, an abduction thriller Berry filmed in 2014, was released in 2017. 74. In the film, she starred as a diner waitress tailing a vehicle when her son is kidnapped by its occupants. Kidnap grossed $34 million and garnered mixed reviews from writers, who felt that it strays into poorly scripted exploitation too often to take advantage of its pulpy premise or the still impressive talents of Berry. 75. She next played an agent employed by a secret American spy organization in the action comedy sequel Kingsman: The Golden Circle, 2017, as part of an ensemble cast, consisting of Colin Firth, Taron Egerton, Mark Strong, Julianne Moore, and Elton John. While critical response towards the film was mixed, it made $414 million worldwide. 76. Alongside Daniel Craig, Berry starred as a working-class mother during the 1992 Los Angeles riots in Denise Gamzergiven's drama Kings, 2017. The film found a limited theatrical release following its initial screening at the Toronto International Film Festival 77 and as part of an overall lukewarm reception. 78. Variety noted, "It should be said that Berry has given some of the best and worst performances of the past quarter century, but this is perhaps the only one that swings to both extremes in the same movie." 79. Berry competed against James Corden in the first rap battle on the first episode of TBS's Drop the Mic, originally aired on October 24, 2017. 80. She played Sophia, an assassin, in the film John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum, which was released on May 17, 2019, by Lionsgate. 81. She is, as of February 2019, executive producer of the BET television series Boomerang, based on the film in which she starred. The series premiered February 12, 2019. 82. Berry made her directorial debut with the feature Bruised, in which she plays a disgraced MMA fighter named Jackie Justice, who reconnects with her estranged son. The film premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival in September 2020. 83. And was released on Netflix in November 2021. 84. Berry received a positive review from Deadline for her performance. 85. In January 2023, Berry signed with Range Media Partners as a producer and director. 86. In April 2025, Berry was announced as a member of the jury for main competition section of the 2025 Cannes Film Festival. 87. In 2026, she starred in the crime thriller film Crime 101, opposite Chris Hemsworth and Mark Ruffalo. 88. Media image. Barry in 2025. Barry was ranked number 1 on People's 50 Most Beautiful People in the World list in 2003 after making the top 10 7 times and appeared number 1 on FHM's 100 Sexiest Women in the World the same year. 89-90 She was named Esquire magazine's Sexiest Woman Alive in October 2008, about which she stated, "I don't know exactly what it means, but being 42 and having just had a baby, I think I'll take it." 91-92. Men's Health ranked her at number 35 on their 100 Hottest Women of All Time list. 93 In 2009, she was voted number 23 on Empire's 100 Sexiest Film Stars. 94 The same year, rapper Hurricane Chris released a song titled Halle Berry, She's Fine, extolling Berry's beauty and sex appeal. 95 At the age of 42, in 2008, she was named the sexiest black woman by Access Hollywood's TV One Access survey. 96, 97, 98, 99 Born to an African-American father and a white mother, Berry has stated that her biracial background was painful and confusing when she was a young woman, and she made the decision early on to identify as a black woman because she knew that was how she would be perceived. 16. Personal life. Berry dated Chicago dentist John Ronan from March 1989 to October 1991. 100 In November 1993, Ronan sued Berry for $80,000 in what he claimed were unpaid loans to help launch her career. 101 Berry contended that the money was a gift, and a judge dismissed the case because Ronan did not list Berry as a debtor when he filed for bankruptcy in 1992. 12. According to Berry, a beating from a former abusive boyfriend during the filming of The Last Boy Scout in 1991 punctured her eardrum and caused her to lose 80% of her hearing in her left ear. 12 She has never named the abuser, but she said that he was someone well known in Hollywood. In 2004, her former boyfriend Christopher Williams accused Wesley Snipes of being responsible for the incident, saying, "I'm so tired of people thinking I'm the guy who did it. Wesley Snipes busted her eardrum, not me." 102. Berry first saw baseball player David Justice on TV playing in an MTV Celebrity Baseball game in February 1992. When a reporter from Justice's hometown of Cincinnati told her that Justice was a fan, Berry gave her phone number to the reporter to give to Justice. 12 Berry married Justice shortly after midnight on January 1, 1993. 103 Following their separation in February 1996, Berry stated publicly that she was so depressed that she had considered taking her own life. 104 105 Berry and Justice were divorced on June 20, 1997. 106. In May 2000, Berry pleaded no contest to a charge of leaving the scene of a car accident. She was sentenced to 3 years probation, fined $13,500, and ordered to perform 200 hours of community service. 107. Berry married her second husband, singer-songwriter Eric Bennett, on January 24, 2001, following a 2-year courtship. 27 108 Bennett underwent treatment for sex addiction in 2002. 109 By early October 2003, they had separated. 108 and their divorce was finalized on January 3, 2005. 110 111. In November 2005, Berry began dating French-Canadian model Gabrielle Aubry, whom she had met at a Versace photo shoot. 112 Berry gave birth to their daughter in March 2008. 113 On April 30, 2010, Berry and Aubry announced that their relationship had ended some months earlier. 114 In January 2011, Berry and Aubry became involved in a highly publicized custody battle. 115 116 117 centered primarily on Berry's desire to move with their daughter from Los Angeles, where Berry and Aubry resided, to France, the home of French actor Olivier Martinez, whom Berry had started dating in 2010, having met him while filming Dark Tide in South Africa. 118 Aubrey objected to the move on the ground that it would interfere with their joint custody arrangement. 119 In November 2012, a judge denied Barry's request to move the couple's daughter to France. 120 Less than 2 weeks later, on November 22, 2012, Aubrey and Martinez were both treated at a hospital for injuries after engaging in a physical altercation at Barry's residence. Martinez performed a citizen's arrest on Aubrey and, because it was considered a domestic violence incident, was granted a temporary emergency protective order preventing Aubrey from coming within 100 yards of Barry, Martinez, and the child with whom he shares custody with Barry, until November 29, 2012. 121 In turn, Aubrey obtained a temporary restraining order against Martinez on November 26, 2012, asserting that the fight had begun when Martinez had threatened to kill Aubrey if he did not allow the couple to move to France. 122 Leaked court documents included photos showing significant injuries to Aubrey's face, which were widely displayed in the media. 123 On November 29, 2012, Barry's lawyer announced that Barry and Aubrey had reached an amicable custody agreement in court. 124 In June 2014, a Superior Court ruling called for Barry to pay Aubrey $16,000 a month in child support as well as a retroactive payment of $115,000 and $300,000 for Aubrey's attorney fees. 125. Barry and Martinez confirmed their engagement in March 2012. 126 127 and married in France on July 13, 2013. 128 In October 2013, Barry gave birth to their son. 129 In 2015, after 2 years of marriage, the couple announced they were divorcing. 130 The divorce was finalized in December 2016. 131 In August 2023, issues dealing with custody and child support were settled. 132. Barry started dating American musician Van Hunt in 2020, which was revealed through her Instagram. 133 134 In February 2026, the couple announced their engagement. 135. Activism. Barry with House Minority Whip Catherine Clark in December 2023. Along with Pierce Brosnan, Cindy Crawford.